That one's the same.
Oh, all right. Yeah, but I like. There we go.
Hey, Coach.
What's going on?
You got me?
I got you, man. How you doing, Eric?
Good. How are you? We're ready to start when you are.
Well, all right, good. Well, happy Christmas Eve to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. It looks like we got some people on here with some of the kids hanging out with them. So, Merry Christmas. We just got off of a real good practice here inside. I thought the guys were good. Tempo was good. So nothing too new for you. So I'll go ahead and get started and let y'all start with questions.
First up, Pat Finley.
Hey, Matt, forgive me, I haven't seen the injury report, but I believe was Mac not there in both with he and Hicks? Is this a precautionary thing? How do they look for Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's more precautionary. They did both of them did not practice today. More precautionary.
Dan Wiederer.
Matt, two quick ones. With Allen, is that precautionary as well, or any concern with his ankle?
Yeah, that would be precautionary too. Yep, with Allen.
So Bill Lazor said this morning that you guys were aware that the teams that improved as the year went on would have a chance to really rise at the end. I'm curious from the head coach's seat, your thoughts on that in this very unique year and what you think this late surge gives you in terms of potential going forward.
Yeah. So I think the big picture for us is you'd love to be able to have a perfect season where everything clicks at all times in all phases. And that's just probably not normal. And then you go through a stretch that we went through as a team, and we just weren't playing complementary football in those three phases. And it was, we were struggling to score points, and for different reasons now we get to this point where we are now scoring points. And take the defense out of it, regardless of how the defense is playing. When you score points, really in any sporting event, you're going to have a great chance to win. And so we are now doing that the last several games. I think the defense right now, again, with how they played this past weekend, with being able to make crucial stops, and there's good competition in practice as well. Today was a really fast practice for us. And so getting back to what you said is, we want to be able to be clicking towards the end of the season, and in a perfect world where you have a great shot or you're already in the playoffs. Now, that's not the case with us. So whatever we can do is let's just keep clicking and then see what happens. So that's kind of probably what he meant.
Jason Leisure.
Matt, how meaningful, how important would it be for you guys to get continuation of how you've been playing the last few weeks, regardless of who you're playing or anything like that, but to avoid any kind of step backward going into week 17?
Sure. No, I think it's important because, for us, you feel really good in practice. You feel like, on game day, things are clicking. And so, you don't want to get to that point where you have a stalemate and all of a sudden you have one of those games where it doesn't go well. And now we all know that at any given time, for different reasons, things can happen. But the ultimate goal is for us to keep doing what we're doing and build off of that momentum and just keep getting better and better and better, which gives our team the best chance to win, collectively.
Brad Biggs.
Hey, Matt, did Jalen Johnson practice today? And if not, is he sort of week to week at this point?
He did not practice today. And again, I don't know if it's week to week as much as it is day to day, with him. So he was not practicing. So we keep all these guys can do, and a guy like him is just keep getting that rehab, and each day is important. So we're really hammering home with that rehab right now.
Dan.
Matt, you had said as early as last January that you were really eager to see the ascension of David Montgomery as a leader. And I know you've mentioned that in recent weeks that you feel like that's even coming out more so. What have you noticed in the most recent stretch that guys are really gravitating to and that David's doing better?
Probably things in practice in the huddle. Just the way there's a little more, voice inflection with him, just having fun in the huddle, and whether it's his leadership. I think probably the biggest thing on top of that too is more so of just, again, how he practices from the very first day this year to how he's practicing now, nothing's changed. And I think guys know that and understand that there was never any frustration, as rough as some of those weeks were for all of us and him. He never complained. He just practiced hard, and now it's coming to fruition. But the other thing is, I think he's more comfortable just around being around these guys a little bit longer, and his personality's really starting to show. He's always had that funny side to him, but when he's on the field, it's very businesslike. And now you're seeing a little bit of that funny side come out on the field in a good way, which keeps everybody loose.
Kevin Fishbane.
Hey, Matt, I know turnovers can be kind of fickle for your defense in terms of, they come in waves. But for guys like Eddie and Kyle Fuller and Tashawn, are you seeing them pressing at all? Is there anything you need to say to them? And are you kind of thinking that it could be coming soon?
Yeah, I haven't really said much to them specifically, other than just keep playing, man. And it is cyclical how that comes, and there's some games where all of a sudden you get 2 or 3 of them, and it's just crazy how that works. But as long as they're just staying within, the system and just playing for their teammates, it'll all come. I mean, unfortunately, you look back at Eddie. I mean, what's he have right now? I think he has 1 touchdown, but he probably could have 3 this year. Now think about that. To have 3 touchdowns in 1 year is a big year. Now he doesn't, but they were plays that got taken away. But it's just how it goes. And so it'll come. Those guys are just playing. They're true professionals, and they're playing hard. And all those guys care about right now is winning. And that's what's really cool about all of this. None of them are worried about their stats.
JJ.
Hey, Matt, I wanted to ask you about this earlier in the week. Didn't get the chance, but Cole played every snap on Sunday. I was just curious, was that part of your game plan, or did it just kind of work out that way? And then how did he come out of that game playing, such a high volume of snaps?
Yeah, no, he did a great job. For us, just like everybody, we want to play Cole as much as we can. And there was going to take a little bit of time until we felt really, really good at him knowing every one of his assignments in the run game, in the pass game, whether it's running routes or it's a pass pro or blocking. And I think what you guys are going to see now, from here on out, it's no hidden secret that you're going to start seeing what you just saw this past weekend a lot more. That's not something that was a fluke. That's something that has to happen. He's a young kid. He's really shown what he can do now. He's built his trust with all of us as coaches, and he makes plays. So, you'd be crazy to not have him out there on the football field, and that's what we're going to do.
2 more here for Coach. Pat, go ahead.
Matt, I'm curious about the 3rd and goal at the 6 with 3 minutes left. What sort of level of trust do you need to have in your quarterback to call that pass play? And also, do you still have that trust even if something goes wrong like it did?
Yeah, I do. That's been a good concept for us this year. And again, it's just one of those plays where the ball just got away from him. His decision to where he went was good. The throw was just off. And then on top of that, the corner made a good play. But I think if we're back in that situation again, we're going there to try to get that touchdown, and we're not going to second guess any of that. It might be a different play, different concept for sure. One that we scheme and feel good about like we did on that one. But we have ultimate trust in these guys, and we want to try to stay aggressive, but yet smart.
Last one, Jason.
Matt, back to JJ's question about the tight ends, about Kmet. I think it's the last 3 games you've been playing him and Graham together a lot more. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at that? I mean, it obviously makes a lot of sense now, but how did you get there?
Here's what I would say with it. It kind of starts with Cole. When you get into it, not having an off season where you're out there in the off season, being able to go through plays and see where he's at mentally on the field. Part of our off season with Cole was the beginning of the regular season to really see where he's at. So as we built more and more time together in the season, and he's able to feel good about where he's at, we had Jimmy to be. You saw, if you go back and look, Jimmy's going to have more reps than Cole on the front end of the season. And now what's happened is it's kind of flipped a little bit, right? So now that Cole's had more experience, he kind of knows what he's doing. It's just natural, and he's eased into it. And now I think it's like in cruise control where we can just go and play ball. And Jimmy has been an ultimate pro in all of this. And so whether it's 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends, 1 tight end, I think all of us are going to see more of Cole Kmet, and everyone's happy about that.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. See you.
That's it for the day, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care.